real deal, I don't know, author, speaker, rehabber, wholesaler, fix and flipper, landlord. He does it all. So without further ado, I'm not sure exactly what topic he's going to speak on, but it doesn't matter. It's all good stuff. So let's give him a big round of applause, if you would, please. Ready?
Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Awesome.
What are you doing with this video? You put my name anywhere. Is it going? Is it recording? Can you see the? Anyway, we'll try to edit this stuff. All right. So you guys are ready? We have like 5 minutes, right?
No.
5 minutes. No, Dave. You know, if I'm here, I want to share some good stuff with you guys because I don't come here that often, and then I don't feel so good, and then next thing you know, I might die, and you guys don't get a lot of knowledge here. The way I was feeling, I was pretty close to that. You know, bad. It was bad.
Anything you want to sell before we get
Share away.
These options, not to you. No money down.
I'm here for adoption.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, look, this business, real estate investing, is really simple. Real loud. Anyway, it's really simple. You can make a lot of money without using your own money or money. And I can give you thousands of examples of how you can make money without using your money or any money. That's all. Anyway. So, you guys ready for a deal I have in mind? I just had to gather one of the deals I've done in the last year or two, and this is what's happening in this market. No money, zero, right? So, you want to send some people to a meeting too whenever you get a meeting? Because they'll get this type of info. Yeah, it's good. All right, so I'm going to share with you guys how you can buy a house with no money, no credit. Because I heard someone saying how you buy a house with no money and no credit. And here it is. Ready? You guys ready? We're going to go right into it. Most of you know me. If you don't know me, I started when I was 10 years old, early 90s. Bought my first duplex, no money down. Basically, I got a partner to put up like $2,000. We bought a duplex and we share the profit. Right? That's the no money down deal on that one. So he had to put up money, but we split the cash flow for many years. Okay, so the deal that I'm going to share with you is recent, and it's very creative, kind of creative, right? So here's the deal. By the way, if you guys want to work with me, I guarantee you 2 things. I just started working with someone, and sometimes when I work with people, I tell them not to come here because it's nothing. You know, you have me full time, so just go out there and do what I would be doing if I wasn't here. So here's the stuff that you got to be doing. And if you follow me in the social media, Wholesaling Houses Now, you're going to see that I put some stuff out there on how to buy properties. I was in Lake Worth yesterday. It was about 20 minutes for me. And I think I'm going to buy this property even though I wasn't the highest offer. But I know what investors pay. So I would just have to follow up in about a week, maybe 5 days, right? Because the next investor made an offer and they had like a 5 or 7 day inspection period. So I know it's not going to work out. The house is worth 220, 230. They offer 180, 176, and it needs a lot of work. The pool, if you want to go to Wholesaling Houses Now, you're going to see videos of these pictures. Of the videos of the property, which is really bad. Like, got it. My bathroom's got it. Pool needs work. So realistically, for an investor, I know it's going to fall through because he fell through already with those sellers like a few times. Anyway, so I'll get to the juicy part here, Rita, in a second. And I'm going to share with you what we do every day, all the time, and what takes people years and years and years to get to this point where you can buy properties creatively without using your own money or credit at all. Right? So I'm going to give you a real example, a real property, and I'm going to tell you as much as I can. So maybe you can do the same. If not, if you want to work with me, then we get these deals all the time, every day, every week, all the time. Okay. Let me know when you guys ready. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We have like literally 6 minutes probably. All right. So have you heard of knocking on doors? Who's heard of knocking on doors? In our business, that works. So I go through periods when I feel really energetic and I go knock on doors. So, and you know what? I did this a few days ago. Got a deal, knocked on a couple of doors, got one deal. So my numbers are pretty good because I do quality, not quantity, right? So I go to certain areas, certain people. So the deal that I'm gonna share with you, you guys pay attention, because this is gonna change your life. I'm not kidding, I'm very certain, because this is what happens. This is a market where you can do this in $1 million homes, $10 million homes, $100,000 homes, houses, and here's how it goes, right? But you know, you don't have to knock on doors. I mean, I don't see some of you knocking on doors. I see you sending some mailouts or having someone knock on doors for you. But anyway, so in this case, I knocked on a door at the right time. Who knows what the right time is to knock on doors? Knock on doors at the right time. I'll give you a CD. Throw any day of the month. Knock on doors. What's the best time to knock on doors?
When somebody's home.
Sunday or Sunday's home. What else? Towards the end of the month. Just towards the end of the month, when people are kind of getting, you know, moving, or maybe the middle of the month, the end of the month. So this is probably 22nd, 25th of the month. Knock on doors. And I'm gonna have to charge you for this. $99. You're recording this.
No, but this is for you.
For you, really? Yeah, stop it. Or else I won't share like real good stuff. Because, you know, when you guys come from Miami, yeah, this is kind of very, but you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn stuff, guarantee
I
you.
was doing it.
And you asked me about the coaching. Dude, this is what the business is all about. This is what, no, it's okay. No. It's just better, because if I feel like it's gonna go somewhere, I'm not gonna share it. How much did I spend on my education? Who can guess?
Years.
200 grand, maybe 10, 15 years. Been doing this for like almost 30 years. That's a lot of time. Jeez, I feel old. Okay, so you guys ready for the juicy part? Because we have minutes. Oh, so who guessed who was the best time of the month to knock on doors? Who guessed that? Anybody? I'll give you. Do you want one? Okay, so are you sure you're brand new to the business? You probably listen to this, but you don't have a CD player. Some guys like, I don't have a CD player. Anybody under 30 doesn't have a CD, doesn't even know what a CD is. Okay, so here it is. You knock on the door, but let's say you call someone on the phone or send them a mail out. By the way, I didn't mean to divert here, but if you work with me, how much is a postcard? Who knows how much is a postcard to send out? 35 cents, right? And then you have to pay for this and pay for that. If you work with me, I'll give you a password that you can do things, mail-outs for like 26 cents. Depending on how many you send in, 26, 28 cents, 31 cents. This is including everything. Like, you don't have to print anything and get a marketing lady to send stuff out, nothing like that, right? So 26 cents, 31 cents, it's pretty cheap, right? You guys realize the importance of that? So let's say in Palm Beach County, there's about 200-300 probates. How much would it take you to send 300 postcards to 300 probates in Palm Beach County? 26 cents times 300, so that's about less than $100. That's ridiculous. This is your business, and this is how I got this lead from yesterday, right? A house it's worth 250. I didn't feel really aggressive. The guy called everybody yesterday, and but I know it's a house. I know numbers in my head, so I just know that it's gonna come back in about a week. Because it's a probate, 2 brothers. The one brother is desperate, like he spent all the money, like half of his money, he spent it by the end of the month. The one brother that was there, he's very secure, stable. He's not motivated. You could tell, right? Because he called everyone he knew. Online, postcards, mail out, you know, he called everyone to be there that yesterday from 1 to 5. Right, so you didn't leave me so much time. So we got 3 minutes. You guys still wanna
Keep going.
that's what I was telling you. Alright, so the thing with the deal yesterday is that's what I do. Just send some postcards, you get a phone call, and then you do a deal. Now of course that's just the beginning to get a phone call. Alright, so what happened is it will come to me in about a week. I just know you'll come to me at the right price, because not only I can put a lot of money down, but I can close really quick, which is their need, close quick. Anyway, so here's the deal that I was telling you about knocking on doors. So you knock on doors at the right time, and then people are walking away, right? People are walking away. A lot of people in this situation because they haven't made the mortgage payment in a long time. So what happened is this lady says. The house is worth $130. You guys ready? It's worth $130, and they owe about $70 on the first mortgage, and they owe about $50 on the second mortgage, right? So you got it, 70, 50. That's pretty much maxed out, 100% finance. So the lady's like, we're going bankrupt. We're walking away. We told the bank we're leaving, and we have a few credit cards. I said, why are you going bankrupt? He says, because of the mortgages. And I said, look, here's what I'll do for them. Don't go bankrupt, I'll save you credit. Be here tomorrow with your husband, because it was husband and wife, 5 o'clock, and you can sign all this paperwork, right, that Charles knows. It has to do with trust, it has to do with, it has to do with stuff they need to sign, because they're walking away. And once they leave that door, they don't care about the house. So they sign the house over to me legally. Right. So we're gonna do a closing in your kitchen table tomorrow, 5 o'clock. So their mind was already out of the house, right? Emotionally, they're out of the house. So the next day, I brought, we call it a short sale package, a deed package actually, a deed package into a trust. It's like 19 pieces of paper, this thick. So they signed the house over to me with a notary, right? Who's a notary here? 7 and 2, 3, okay. So to make it real, legal, you gotta have a notary. And who's a witness here? Who could be a witness? Someone from the street. Steve wants to be a witness, okay. So, we bring the paperwork, they sign the paperwork. And remember, there's 2 mortgages. They're late about, one of them is real late, and the other one. So what happened, well, let me tell you what happened in this deal, because we don't have time. Now, all of a sudden, I own that property. I go record it that afternoon, and it's $9 to record something, and it's a done deal. It's a done deal, like it's my house, it's into a trust that I control, okay? So, what happens next? Guess what happens next? What do you do next?
So-
2 mortgages, you have 70 and you have 50. The house is worth 130.
I know.
No. So what happens next, George? What happens
Do
next?
you short sell?
Short sale, okay, so you talk to the second mortgage holder. Remember, those 19 pieces of paper, they sign a lot of stuff. One of them is an authorization to release information, right? Authorization to release, so that allows me to talk to the banks. So I speak to the second mortgage holder. I offer them, not really a percentage. Everyone tells you offer 5%, 10% of 50. I offer them like $500 or $1,000. We settle on the second mortgage at $7,000, right? $7,000. Meanwhile, this
And
is
it
only
was
like a
50?
week.
Sorry,
Yeah, it
it
was
was
50. So we went from 50 to $7,000. So all of a sudden, I have equity in the property, right? Some equity, right? But the best part is no money. Like I never put up any money. Like I put $10 or 20 to record the paperwork, the trust, right? You got it so far? Okay. Now I've done this like, I don't want to say like 5 or 10 times, maybe hundreds of times. So it's just like clockwork, it's very easy. In this market today, you might have to bring in to an attorney or third party today in this market. But as long as it's some kind of third party person like Debbie, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. All right, so far you guys like the story? You guys like the story? Okay. Do you want me to stop?
No. You wanted to stop?
You want me to stop?
No,
now?
keep going.
don't
So,
stop.
look, so you build some equity.
132 though.
You built some equity out of nothing, right? You've got some equity now. Now, even if they had code violations and liens, we can still deal with those type of properties that have code violations that make the house maxed out. So we can discount all that. So for now, the next thing you have to know, just because we buy with no money always, is on that first mortgage, we never really made the payments on that because they were already 5-6 months late. So it's okay if they're 8, 9, 10 months late. Because at the end of the day, when we're ready to rehab it and sell it, we're gonna get a thing called a payoff, right? Not restatement, the payoff. So what that means is they'll just give us everything that's owed on the first. And then the second, we never made payments, even though they wanted their money right away, their $7,000, like they want it right away. But we said, no, you're gonna get it when the first gets paid off and everything else. So they were okay with that. Sometimes the first and the second work together, right? All right, so guess what happens next? You got the $70,000 first, you got a $7,000 second discounted, but when we record that deed, when we got everything signed, the next day, my guys were already cleaning the pool. This is a 3-1 with a pool. Literally the first day, I have my guys doing work to the house. So this happens, I don't want to say in 2-3 weeks, or maybe 4 or 5 weeks, we rehab the house. No, we rehabbed the house in about a week and a half, and we sold it retail for $139 or $135. I don't remember exactly the numbers, right? So we bought this house literally for nothing. We took over some debt. We discounted debt, we put in about 7-8 grand because the pool needed to be done, and then some minor stuff, landscaping, painting, kitchen update, stuff like that. It's $139,000 house, 135, so we didn't do a lot to it. So the point is that, how much do we have into it? So we have about 70 plus like 7-8 mortgage payments amount, like probably 7-8 grand on the first. So we have about 7 grand on the second, right? So you add all that up. So we have about 82, 85 at the most into it, into the house, right? And you don't have to pay any of that until the end, right? You don't have to pay the first, by payments, you don't have to pay that. The only thing we came up out of pocket was credit card money to fix the house. So you have to fix the house, you need to come up with money to fix the house. So far so good. Any questions? We're gonna be done in a minute. Go
What
ahead.
about the first lender?
What about?
Well, you filed something with the court, right?
No, we recorded the ownership.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So let's
that's not
say,
gonna
what's
do
your
any-
last name?
Serial.
Sarah. So let's say you giving me ownership to the property. I'm gonna call it the Sarah Family Trust. One, and Edison, whatever, Eddie, the mentor, trustee. Is that something like that? Something like that. So there hasn't been any real sale or anything. The owners of properties
So
are
it's
allowed to
not gonna trigger any like due on
do on
sale
sell.
thing?
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. If anything, it would trigger something with the county as far as you paying. It's they call doc stamps. Doc stamps, right? You're saying, hey, you're an agent.
Yep.
How much is that? 70 cents per 100?
Correct.
So if you're taking a property for 70 or whatever the mortgage is, you don't have to pay that just because it's transfer of ownership. But in this case, we're putting that, a person is allowed to put the house, and Charles is an expert at this, it's allowed to put the property into a trust for estate planning purposes. That's the correct word, right? I still remember.
Garden St. Germain Act.
Okay, so I guess a little complicated, 1972 and all this stuff. I know, I used to know a lot about this stuff. Right now, I just do deals, I don't really know the story. I don't think I can teach that, like you guys do, can. But I just know you're doing the right thing by taking over a property the right way, making sure you have a third party in this market, a third party, making sure the person signing the ownership is real, is not under 18 or drugs or whatever. And next thing you know, it's a real deal, and then you rehab the house, put 5, 7 grand, 10 into it, sell it, so you have nothing into it, and you make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 when you rehab it.
What about the first mortgage?
What about?
Is that being paid as you're
No,
hanging on?
I kind of
to it, or-
said that already, that even if it's 5, 6 months late,
Yeah.
it's okay if it's 7, 8, 9 months
Okay.
late.
I
Because-
heard you say that,
Because
but-
when you ready to pay the bank, let's say, I sold this house in like a week, I'm not kidding.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it's 7, 8 months, they're probably hiring attorneys, so they
No,
got
these
more
people
fees.
walked away. That house was gonna turn into a REO property, but I took over
Oh, okay,
their
okay.
debt, I took over their
I
problems.
just figured being you took ownership or title or what have you.
No, everything stops because the bank just wants to know that someone's doing something about the property, something. So once they know, you can always tell the bank, hey, we're looking at paying you off,
Right.
and they'll stop. Even if they don't stop, things don't take. In Florida, they don't take 2, 3 months. They take 6 months for a bank to take the property back. Sometimes it takes a couple of years, so you have time. Great question though. But yeah, so when we're ready to pay off the mortgage, whether it's 3, 5 months or 7, 8, 9 months or a year and 3 months, you just get a payoff up until, let's say today is the 20th. Hey, we're closing on the house at the end of the month. Please send me a payoff so we can pay you guys off. Pay the second for 7, and that's right. When you get a 7 payoff, they send you they send you like it's not a satisfaction. They send you the agreement with a date. So sometimes you have to time it right. You guys say, we want to pay that $7,000 when the property sells, and it's okay. The mortgage companies are okay with this owners doing, selling the property. And they'll just wait for their money. They don't want the house. They just want their money somehow. Any last question?
Yeah, do you try to negotiate the first mortgage as well, or do you not have as much luck with
Always,
that?
always. But in this case, the bank knew they pulled a second and they never paid for like a couple of years.
Right.
And that's all their equity that they already spent. So it's like then they sold the house a year or two ago, except they refied, or not refied, but they put a second, like a liner or a second. And then they spend the money and like, when they run out of money, they're like, hey, we're just walking away. But they were paying their first.
Right.
First, because everything was about 3, 4, 5 months late. So the good thing about this seller is that I said, don't go bankrupt. You know, if you have a little credit card debt, it's not that bad, but I'll take over the mortgages, I'll pay them off. Just give me a couple, you know, give me like a short time, and then everything will get paid off. Any questions or concerns, comments? You guys got it? Exciting deal, no money, real deal. Like, you can go see the house, it's 5 minutes from here, 10 minutes from here. And there's nothing else I can tell you other than that deal could have a lot of more issues, like code violations and other issues that you can fix. But the bottom line is, someone's walking away, they'll sign the property over to you. And that's the beginning, that's where everything starts.
How do you find the property?
How do you find the property? Yes. Knocking on doors, that's the most important thing. Steve, you ready? Yeah, that's the most important thing. So you guys done? You guys like that deal? Exciting? It's worth your trip here?